Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan, the Steam Edition, and this is gonna be my opening hand. Ooh, Auduin's Gull and Born Swallow. Ooh, this is a dream come true. So Auduin's Gull is one of the best cards to start a Wetlands engine with, and Born Swallow is another follow-up for such a wetland engine. So yeah, these two are really good for us if we want to go Wetlands, and yeah, Wetlands is the first rounding goal. So yeah, these guys just made my day here. Bad thing is that we don't really have anything cool for the forest. You usually want to have something in the forest when you go for these kinds of builds, or we could of course just spend excess cards drawn with the Wetlands engine to get 2 foods a pop here. These birds are pretty cheap, so maybe we can get away with a pure Wetlands engine if we are doing that. We're also gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also need 3 activations here for 6 eggs if we are going to go for that, but it's possible with this. Let's pick these foods at least, and well, we also need some other stuff here, so we need something to talk to the gull, and yeah. F-hull. Neither of these are particularly good if we're going for a solo habitat. I'm not. Before we do anything, let's check the bird tray to see what's here. American Coot is another tuckable here, so we are looking pretty good for a tucking game here. Let's see. Ethologist is no matter what you do, this is gonna be at least 2 points. So it's gonna be better than site selection expert if we are only going in the wetlands. So I think this is the play here, and if we do branch out to do something else than a full tuck wetlands engine, we can also maybe get this up to 6 points if we just get 3 different power colors, which it isn't too hard, but at least 4 points should be very doable. Okay. I think this is going to be a fun one, and yeah, I am really strongly considering to check what happens if we are not playing any birds over here and just spend excess cards here instead of spending an extra action to play the correct bird, spending those kinds of food, and then getting those extra dice, because there is an opportunity cost with playing birds in the forest as well. So let's just go a pure forest build here, and if we can also get the American Coot, it's gonna be really good. Yeah, let's spend the nectar here just so we don't lose it along the way. And come on, get the coat. We get the coat. Okay. Awesome, that's another tuckable card. Cockatiel, it's a tucker, but it spends grain, so it's not good at all. And both of these are trash for what we're doing, but I guess the house wren is more playable than any other thing, because if we translate into this, we can in one action play 2 birds of different colors, if at all applicable. Now we do have extra birds here. Let's spend the cockatiel here to get 2 eggs, so we can play a second bird here. Do we make that the American Coot or the Born Swallow? I don't really think it matters too much which one we take. What we could do is take the nectar while it's here, spend the house rent so we can gain 2 nectars, and maybe that's gonna let us change our mind here. So the reason why the Auduin's Gull is one of the best cards for these kind of things is that you don't only get to get a point every time you activate it, but you also gain card advantage because you both took a card from the deck and you draw a card from the deck, and that makes us able to spend these extra cards picking up more eggs, picking up more food, while also picking up stuff we want to play. Let's not do this. Let's also play the Born Swallow here, because we had 2 eggs and we have enough food for all this. And yeah, 3 tuckers at turn 7 here is really good. Now we really do need to look for one of those really high payout birds here, because just getting 5 here every turn. I mean, it is good, but it's not game-bustingly good. And oh my god, here it actually is the mute swan. Mute swan, one of the birds that lets you gain 3 points a turn, which is insane. We won't be able to spend that nectar this turn, so let's just spend it to draw an extra card here. And yeah, this is maybe the best tucking game we will have caught on camera until now. And it basically works because we have the Auduin's gull as our first thing here, and that allows us to as I said, to spend these extra cards to get the extra eggs we need to make this pop. We have 3 points here at every activation. We're gonna get up to 6 points every activation, and we're gonna just have so many activations to go. Yeah, we also need 2 more foods. Why not a nectar there? And a nectar here. Now, the one thing you do sacrifice for this kind of play here is obviously we are not getting nectars into these habitats, and we are also missing out on quite a few stuff for the round end goals. But actually, we would actually be getting points for all of these since we are playing the mute swans. So we have a left-looking bird. We can easily put 1 egg into a barn swallow if for this one last there to gain those 4 points. So actually we aren't really looking bad at all here. Yeah, this is actually going to be really good. I should spend that nectar. I guess we can spend that nectar to take some eggs. We're gonna want some more eggs anyway. Let's take some more cards here. So, oh, Black Noddy, is that gonna be our last one? This way we can gain foods from the wetlands that we can use to maybe play some of these birds, or we can just get them again for points. Let's not spend it, so we can consider that. So this is 3 points. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, and 6 points. This is so good. Southern Castleberry ain't the worst bird to have available for play, because we can, if we get play another bird, this turn bird, we can play that into this guy, and then we can get 4 eggs and 2 food out of it. I prefer it over the Count Regis Bird of Paradise in an instance like this, at least. But yeah, let's see. If we just go down this road for the rest of the game, we have 6 points on activation here, and we have 3 turns this turn, 6 one next, so that's 9. And then 5 after that, so we have potentially 14 turns here. What's 14 times 5? Is it 80? That sounds worse. We can gain 70 points just by activating our engine for the last of the game, and that's 100 points here. We also gain 3 points from this guy, so 106 points. That's not really that good, so maybe we look to play the Black Noddy as well, so we can gain even more stuff. How are we looking for, are we gaining or losing cards? We are drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards if we go over there, spending 2. Okay, so we're gaining 3 cards a turn if we get up there. We can afford to play the main deck as well. Maybe that's what we do. We just go here and hope that we get Noisy Miner. Are you kidding me? This is also a really good card. I don't know if it's worth trying to play it this time, so let's keep it around. White-throated Swift, however, is something I'm strongly considering playing here. Reasoning is that it's not very good on its own, but 3 Swallow could also be something here. Then we get a 7th card to take a turn. Yeah, Because we can go down here and get 3 eggs every time we go down here. We also get to spend extra cards. But as we said earlier, we don't really need that. We don't really need more than just 1 more egg to make this engine here go. And then we need 1 more egg from over here if we are to do that. So yeah, playing this basically means that we have to spend 1 more turn not activating this habitat here before we are getting benefits. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna play the white-throated swift here. What we are gonna do though is lay eggs this turn, because if the opponent is nice and gifts us another cherry like they did earlier from the silver eye or nectar, we can then play the 3 swallow this turn. And only question is that worth it, or do we gamble and go for main deck? I think it's way too greedy to go for the main deck. We can basically guarantee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in activation, and we have so many activations left. I think it's stupid to forgo that just to maybe get to play the main deck. This time we have the nectars. We have a full wetlands tucking engine at the end of round 2 here. Not respecting that. It would be just ridiculous, I think. It would be nice to have something that gains eggs here, but yeah, I think we are just completely happy taking this engine for a spin here. Of course, I would have been more happy if we could have had the blackbird instead of the 3 swallow, but beggars won't be choosers. I'm gonna keep the brown-headed cowbird around, because there is a non-zero chance that our opponent will gift us more food from the silver eye, and playing that bird is a way to get an egg into a star nest, which is which is 4 points from the round angle. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And yeah, I don't think this one is better. Yeah, of course it's not. It doesn't have anything to put its eggs into. But other than that, I think we're just gonna play it safe here and do what is proven to give us 7 points a turn. We do have to remember which kind of cards we intend to play. Also, we really want to go on the lookout for the 2 eagles that can tuck cards to be played, because they are worth 7 and no, they're worth 10 and 11 points each, and we can play them in the forest and the grasslands to great effect. So yeah, how many stuff is left in the deck? There is, ooh, thank you. Let's use that turn to play the bronze-headed cowbird, and maybe we are getting an egg into the born swallow. Yeah, we are still tied for this one, so we can actually do pretty good there. Let's see, do the opponent have these in Imperial Eagle or something? Let's just, it's the correct play to try to look for it anyway, without knowing whether or not they have it. How much is left in the deck? Can we know? We can't know. Ooh, Chaffinch. Chaffinch could have been fun, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna take us the luxury to take food, then play cards, when we already have this cool of an engine going here. Thank you for that. And let's just continue to gain points. So there's something to be said for not drawing all of these cards, because it's gonna clog up my inventory, and it's gonna be hard to see what we have here, but we are basically only looking for Bonello's Eagle and the Eastern Imperial Eagle, because they would give us, as I said, 10 and 11 points a pop, and that's just also really, really, really good. Yeah, it's at least better than the 7 points a turn stuff we are getting here. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, these kinds of engine. Ooh, Northern Goshhawk. Is that something we play? I mean, we having the shift shaft here would also be insane, because then we could have tucked all of these cards we have here. But yeah, we can't tuck more than 5 cards in the forest with this stuff we have going here, and we're tucking 7 cards here already. So yeah, it would be necessary to take this. So let's at least take the Goshhawk. Doing this is we could basically have gotten 1 more bird for beak pointing left. Is there anything else to consider here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. This would also be 7 points. It won't be another power color. Let's keep it in mind that we have it, and save it as a possibility. It's not better than the other options we already have, which is just to go here. So and going here actually lets us be on the lookout for those 2 birds we are really looking to play here, and we still have enough time to find them. We are kind of drawing almost half the deck here. Yeah, that's a large exaggeration. We are not drawing half the deck, even though we are drawing cards almost every turn here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so keeping these plain on the birds are totally fine, because if we actually get one of the eagles, playing one of these extra birds as an intermediate bird is totally fine. Maybe, yeah, Grey Bubble will be 1 more point. Also, if we get that nectar, that's also a clause that we need to do, because before we can actually benefit from keeping those. But keeping them around is the correct choice there. I don't think playing more bonus birds is gonna do us any good, because we have basically played no birds all game, and then it's really hard to actually hit those really good birds. Okay, we have 1 more chance to hit the Eastern Imperial Eagles before we run out of time to play them if we pick them up. So my guessing is that we will draw the Eastern Imperial Eagle as one of the first cards we draw next turn, because that's just typical, ain't it? Wooden duck! Really good game, a really good bird, but we are gonna tuck it. And yeah, I do think this is maybe the best tucking game I've ever had on almost a single habitat. Ring-billed gull. Anyway, we don't have to have bad feelings about keeping Mockingbird. Would have been so nice as the last one here. Mutes 1 Mockingbird combo. Oh, would have been so lovely. But yeah, it just didn't happen. We cannot complain about the game we had there. It was just totally awesome. But yeah, we drew nuts in the opening game, and we also then deserve not to get too awesome stuff in the late game. Also, we get some two more. That bronze cupboard play there gets us 3 points from the bird, gets us 2 more points from the nectars we get to put in there, and it gets us 2 more points from the egg, so that's up to 7, and we get 4 points from the round and gold, so that's an 11 points play. So yeah, it's really it's nice to pay attention to those kind of details that can really push your engine ahead. And now here it comes. How many cards did we tuck? Those of you who math basically could have done this already and math out how many cards we tucked there. But 89 cards tucked is pretty cool, and that's a 1-3-1 score. And yeah, that's basically really good on basically only 6 birds played. So yeah, that's a cool almost Wetlands only game. Thank you guys for watching. If you regularly enjoy my content, please consider subscribing or at least liking the video. It helps me out a lot to know that you guys enjoy them. And yeah, I enjoy making these kinds of videos, and especially when they turn out as perfect as this. Again, thank you guys for watching. It's been Harbinger, and I'm signing off.